It's thrifting day. What is up, everybody? It is Wick here, and we are out at Goodwill looking for some things to buy and flip online, make some money, looking in the pots and pans, silverware. Usually don't find a whole lot over here. I never find good, like, cookware. Every now and then, I have in the past, just not very often at Goodwill. A lot of people buy that, and I think maybe Goodwill moves that somewhere else, maybe even online. I don't know. They sell a lot of stuff online. We got some things here. I don't even know what they are, but we're taking a close look at them down here. I know what this is, roof ducking kit. However, it's $7.99 and they only sell for about 20 bucks on Amazon. After fees, you're really not making any money. So I ended up leaving that. Looking through the toys, we're looking for those sealed items. Here is one, this Mars probe model for $3.99. Again, I looked this up. Wasn't selling for a whole lot on Amazon. I think $18 after fees, not a whole lot of money. It didn't have a great rank. It didn't have good reviews, so just ended up leaving it. Here is a puppet. This might have been worth something. I don't know. It looked newer to me. So because of that, I just decided to put it back down. I should have done a Google lens search just to make sure, or look for a name or something. I always tell people, look up everything, pay attention to everything, because you just never know. But I don't follow those rules myself. I put things back sometimes because I'm lazy. Here's a giant spider. I don't think that's worth anything. Got some My Little Pony stuff there. Sometimes I look up that stuff, sometimes I don't. Usually it's not worth much. So in my mind, I usually just kind of pass over it unless it's vintage, and then I buy it. Here, there is a sealed cross-stitch type thing. I ended up buying that because I can make few dollars on Amazon, brand new sealed, just in time for the holiday season. Bags of yarn. I've mentioned, you can buy yarn and do lots on eBay and do pretty well if you're getting it cheap enough. Goodwill raising their prices, so we just ended up leaving that. We got some new jackets in. It's been very empty this season, and she told me they put out a bunch of clothing, so I'm looking through it. Got a Cleveland Brown starter jacket. I did end up picking that up. It's not worth a whole lot. This RCI racing jacket, did some lookups on that. I couldn't find any reliable comps to say that was worth picking up. I picked up, or I almost picked up, the Wrangler denim vest that you might have saw there, but it had a big stain on it. They can sell between $20 and $30. I mention all the time, I'm not a big clothing reseller, but I do like to buy the vintage items. But still, I'm happy to see some new clothing items. But let me show you what I picked up in this first stop. First stop of the day, got a couple smaller items. We got this sealed latch hook kit, $3.99. I'll make about $10, $12 profit on that on Amazon. Got this vintage starter Cleveland Browns jacket. It's in really good condition. I doubt it's worth a whole lot. I'll have to do a little bit of research. I think they probably sell for about $25 plus shipping. That was only $4.50, so I picked it up. But I'm going to keep going, hit some more stores. I have made it to the second Goodwill stop of the day, and some new carts sitting out, some new stuff. I come over here and I see this Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer Monopoly game for $7.99 sealed. I know I'm buying that. That's going in the cart. Turns out that's a great pickup. But I want to check these new carts. I want to find all the goods before anyone else can get to them, because I'm a greedy, selfish reseller. I don't want anyone to be taking my products. And these new, I'm kidding, by the way. A lot of people will leave in the comments like, I'm kidding. But yeah, just digging around on these carts. I don't know if I missed it on these carts or there's another one that came out that was new, but I got something on them that's worth quite a bit. You'll be seeing here soon, but I think it may have been actually on the other cart. I just didn't dig enough to see them. Make sure you dig, very important at thrift stores and yard sales. I was looking up that dragon. It really wasn't worth picking up. I head on into the electronics section, the small appliance section. Not a whole lot of electronics in this aisle today. Usually this Goodwill has quite a few. However, they're priced high usually. Check the small appliances, try to find anything high end. Got a sealed item back here I spotted, but it's not worth anything. It's like one of those GPS car mounts or something like that. I got a coffee maker. That one wasn't worth it. A bunch of keyboards, and I'm just tapping them here. Check to see if any of them's mechanical. There's some mechanical keyboards that are worth quite a bit, especially vintage, like IBM. Some of those can go for couple $100 even, depending on the model, so worth checking out. Got some wires, some cables. I like going through these, trying to find good high-end cables or power supplies. Over here in the toys, up here I see a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire board game, $7.99, sealed. I set it down here because there's a woman, or two women, that just kind of plow into my cart, and they're like really hyper, and they're after puzzles, and I guess they're afraid I was going to take puzzles or something. It was very odd, and they just got in my way, but here we are. We got the camera back on. I ended up grabbing the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire game. Here's these Legos, still there, $30.99. Again, I don't know why they priced them like that. They're fake Legos, by the way. An Angry Birds game, it was in bad condition. I did check that. I've sold them in the past. I've sold that Phase 10 Twist. Just a couple of them this year on Amazon for about $40, $45. However, when I checked the pieces, checked the conditions here, off camera, they just weren't worth picking up. So if you're wondering and say, hey Wick, why didn't you pick up those games? They're worth something. That's probably why. Shoes. Now those shoes with the orange shoelaces, I don't think I noticed those when I was there, but I found some great shoes in this Goodwill. These BioFits for $10. They're unworn. They're size 6E, like 13s. Very big shoes. And there's what I found on the new cart when I walked by. Vintage Yu-Gi-Oh cards. 5 bags of them, $5 a piece. Of course I grabbed those. Unfortunately, not Magic the Gathering cards. That's what I really want to find. From that time period, can be worth tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, depending on the cards. I pick up these shoes, and they're Hoka's. Didn't expect them to be Hoka's, and they're in very clean condition. And Goodwill didn't price these shoes up at all. They kept them $4.99. There was no separate price, and they're about $75 pair of shoes pre-owned, so that's a great find. Hoka's, and I do pretty well on those. Here's a cart of shoes. This is where they put all their high-end shoes. Got a pair of brand new New Balance shoes here, and I was going to buy them. They only keep one shoe out. They were $24.99. They keep the other shoe in the back so people can't steal them. So when I went to the register, I had to sit there and wait for 5 minutes for the woman in the back to bring it out, and it turns out it's missing the insole. And I just said, you know what? I don't want it. I'm not paying $25 for a pair of shoes like this. I'm not happy I had to wait anyway, just because you're worried about shoe theft, I guess. I don't know. Just it was frustrating to me. Got out of the next Goodwill, and I picked up some good stuff, I think. Got some Yu-Gi-Oh cards. There's about 5 bags of them. Got all 5 bags. They're the ones from the 90s. I don't know if there's anything good in there. They just come out on a cart. I was one of the first persons to see them. I'm not going to think about it too much. Just going to buy them. I'll have to let you know toward the end of the video if there's anything great in here, how much those are worth, because I'm going to wait till I get home to research those. But I picked up a sealed Millionaire, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire game. Looks like it's selling for about $60 on Amazon. I picked up this sealed Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer Monopoly. This is selling for $120 on Amazon. That's an incredible pickup. For $2.99, I picked up this Jordan Jumpman hat. I don't know the value of that. I've just been picking up nicer hats just to throw with all the rest of my hats. I'm kind of becoming a hat collector as the years go by. And then I picked up these 2 pairs of shoes, these BioFits. They look to be brand new. Paid $10 for them. Look like they're selling for about $40. Since they are new out of box, I think I can get more. But then there's these Hoka 1-1s, and the shoe prices in this Goodwill are pretty crazy. It's one of the highest stores around. Goodwill Wise for shoes. I don't think I've ever come across Hoka's like this, but they're 4E, might have been 6E actually. Pretty good condition, it looks like. These weren't marked up, so I guess I got them for $4.99, the base shoe price. Look like in some cases these were selling for $75 pre-owned. Let's get to the next Goodwill. It's about 15 minutes away. I'll see if I can find some more to add to this. Third Goodwill stop of the day in the electronics, of course, looking for that high-end stuff. Remote, not worth picking up for me. Got this hair curler type set. I opened it up, saw a bunch of hair. I don't want to take the time to clean those. We got a bread maker up there, not a great brand. Actually, it was okay. It was just priced too high. This one down here, if it was new, I would have bought it. It was only $12.99. However, it was not. I could see it was, you know, opened, used, dirty in there. So of course, I just decided to pass on that. We got one of those jar openers. I've sold some of those. New sewing machine. Tried to find some comps on that. Really couldn't. And I might have missed some stuff in this toy section. Let me know. I was trying to look at these toys, and it was one of those scenarios where like a family of 6 just came into this small little aisle. Kids started playing with toys. Everyone was in my way. I just walked away and went to some more aisles. I never went back. So I could have missed something there. Got some old ink. I checked the models. Nah, they were kind of long tail. Not a whole lot of money to be made. I just decided to leave them. Looking for maybe some vintage Tupperware. I didn't really see anything special though. Water bottles, not really my favorite thing to look for, but I guess some of the Starbucks ones do well, I've been told. I've never really come across them that I've noticed. But I did pick up some of those board games there. A couple board games before I left the toy aisle. Turns out I can make some money on those. Dishes, shoes, nothing was really panning out in this Goodwill. But, you know, I'll take the games. You take what you can get. Picked up a couple German board games in that Goodwill for $2.99 a piece. Did a UP scan on this one. I didn't see any comps on Amazon or eBay. This one looked like it was selling pre-owned for about $30 plus shipping. Good chance I just bundle the two of these together maybe. I don't know. But it should be some decent profit. I'll pop it up on the screen. So in this Goodwill, I turn on my camera and instantly see this Bose unit. Like, oh yeah, oh, $99.99 might not be worth it. Still, I ended up buying it. It is worth it. I can make some money on it. I'll have to go over that when I get home and let you know how much I expect to make on that. Some pretty good profits. There's a bad sign. You got ebay.com paper on there. First time I've seen that at this Goodwill. Hopefully that's not a trend. Come on, Goodwill. If we wanted to buy from eBay, we would just buy from eBay. It's just so insulting to customers when they do that. Had some Fieldmaster thing. I looked for comps on that. Couldn't really find it. There's the Bose. I got it in my cart. Couldn't really find any board games here worth picking up, unfortunately, or didn't see any really good toys. But we see a sealed game up here. And this is a good example. Buckopoly, $24.99. I looked it up on Amazon. It's only selling for $20 new on Amazon. That is insulting to your customers' Goodwill when you price stuff like that. If your Goodwill's doing stuff like that where they're overpricing things, just jump to like Google Maps and leave a bad review. That would be my advice. Let them know that you're not happy with prices like that. When you're pricing higher than Amazon and retail stores, not a good look, Goodwill. So I make it to the next Goodwill and I got one of those Mindflex games. I did pick up the Bose. I'll be showing that later, but yeah, the Mindflex, an awesome pickup. I'm surprised they're still selling for as much as they are. They're actually selling for quite a bit right now. Out at this TV here, Emerson, I passed on it because it wasn't in great shape. Comps weren't that great, but yeah. In that Goodwill, I picked up one of those Mindflex dual games. Currently over $100 on Amazon, like $180 I think it was. $5.99. Hopefully all the pieces are there. It's in good condition. We'll get it shipped out FBA, hopefully make that premium. They're selling about $400 new and sealed. And then for me, I just picked up this Nike hoodie. It's nice. Looks like it's in great condition, barely worn. $4.50. I'll take it. But I had one more Goodwill to stop in, so I went ahead and went to this Goodwill. In the book section, I spot a couple of these vintage Star Wars books. Actually worth some okay money. Unfortunately, it's a trilogy. It's missing one of the books. That would have been better, but they are first editions, and that drives up the price. A lot of people collect those first edition books like that. I've done very well with Stephen King first editions. So, you know, I suspect Star Wars is going to sell just as well. We're just going to head right over here to the aisle. I spot a few things I want to look at. Down there on the bottom, a TiVo. I'm like, oh, is this new in box? Nah, it wasn't. It was priced kind of high. Some of those can be worth picking up though, especially if they have a lifetime subscription. I'm still not sure exactly how to tell if they have a lifetime subscription. But usually if they're cheap enough, I'll try to buy them, give it a shot. $4.99 for this tea maker. I grabbed that because I just sold one of them like 2 days ago. So I'm going to pick up that for $5. Should be able to make some money. Got that like shiny glass mirror type thing. It kind of looks like a PC case, like a fancy PC case. I don't know if I missed something there or what. I don't remember noticing it when I was looking here. I don't think I missed anything else. I got this little like slide projector here. Again, price high. There's no power cord. it's not in the greatest shape, not something I'm going to mess with. So I head over to this little miscellaneous aisle, see if I can spot anything new sealed. You'd be surprised, I've sold razor heads, razor blades for $50, $60. I've sold lotion for $50, $60. There's stuff, bars of soap you can get $100 for, certain ones that are discontinued that people love the brand. So you have to check that stuff. You have to take the time sometimes just to, dig through it, see if you can make any extra money. Checking out the toys real quick. The toys have become really bad at this Goodwill. They used to be so great. They had so many board games. You can see the board games there now is like, what, 7 or 8 it looks like, maybe a few more, but it used to be so many. I'd find great things here. I don't know why they changed it or what's going on. I guess ever since they rearranged everything, there just hasn't been much in stock. I don't think I missed anything there. Next to me, I see these shoes. I'm like, what are these? I think they're bowling shoes, Brunswick or something. Got the plush. I just sold a Nosy Bears plush. Got like $80 for. Would love to find another one of those. But I've done some digging. I didn't really see anything that stood out to me or anything I recognize. Anything that looked high end. I also sold one of those Pooh Bears, Stife, or however you pronounce it, German. I sold that for $150, so definitely money in plush if you can find the right ones. And looking in the ceramics, been paying more attention, spending some time looking up names, trying to recognize stuff. I mentioned before, my whole life my dad bought glassware and stuff like that and brought it home. I do know quite a bit about stuff, names to look for. It's just really hard for me to spot, things like that, just looking at it and knowing exactly if it's Tiffany or Fenton or, stuff like that. You find a lot of Roseville around here. So I'm not completely dumb when it comes to that stuff, but I do want to learn more brands. I want to be able to just walk through an aisle and spot it immediately like I do electronics and other items like toys. Found some nice New Balance shoes there. You see, brand new, $14.99. Going to make some money on those, so I went ahead and grabbed them. And a pretty good haul for the last Goodwill of the day. Picked up these brand New Balance shoes, $14.99, 608s. Looks like I'll be able to sell these for about $50, $60. Paid $14.99 for them, but brand new, so easy to list, no cleaning involved. Should make about $20 profit in the end. Then we got 2 first edition Star Wars books here, vintage, in okay shape. Some of these will sell. This one was selling for about $50, $60 on eBay. I think this one was like 30-ish. I already forget now, but still very good pickups for books. Paid $3 a piece for those. Picked up one of these iced tea makers for $4.99. It might be new in there. I popped it open just to make sure it was, at least good looking. It looked clean, a little dusty, so it was open box. But last one of these I sold used. I sold $40 plus shipping. So not a bad little pickup there for $4.99. Now I'm going to head home. I'm going to look at that Bose a bit closer and those Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and I'll let you know what those are going to be worth. So I spent some time going through these Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I got $25 into them, and this stack of cards right here should double my money. Should make at least $25 on those. You got Blue Eyes White Dragon, which is going to be the more rare one. It's so hard to find exact prices on these because of all the grading and all the hype. Some of the prices are a little inflated. I would say it's about a $30 to $75 card max. Graded, these things are going for like $1,000. Unfortunately, it's probably not worth having it graded just because it's not, it's in pretty good condition. It's just been opened. Got Dark Magician Girls, the better one. I don't know a lot about Yu-Gi-Oh, but these are vintage. Some of them are from first set, first edition, I noticed. And then there's the expansion. I think the first expansion, there's some from 2002. Now all the cards say 1996 on them, which I didn't know with Yu-Gi-Oh! That was on every card because that's when it first came out, the comic, the manga. I believe the card game first came out in 1999. If you look at Pokemon cards and Magic cards, it'll say the date that it's actually, of the card. What you gotta do after that is look at the little code here, like MFC. I don't even remember what set that's from, but you can figure it out. that way what card number it is. If this was Magic the Gathering cards, some of the first couple sets, you could be looking at well over $100,000. So I'd much rather find Magic the Gathering. Even Pokemon, some of the first edition cards are worth a whole lot. It's going to take a lot of time to go through all these and figure out which ones are valuable. Most of these Yu-Gi-Oh cards are, worth pennies. I figure there's at least some $10 cards. I found some $2, $3 cards. I think there's probably at least another $100 in those stacks, I would guess. So I'm just going to estimate $125 profit on these cards in the end. Like I said, with these few cards here, I can double my money. So then the bows unit here, I paid $100 for this. I did not want to pay that much. However, looking at the comps, it's almost impossible for me not to make money, even if none of this stuff works properly. These units sell for money for parts, plus I have 7 days to return it. However, the remote down here, that's selling for about $60, $65. You got the cables, they're selling for $60, $65. Just one of the cables. This unit I could sell with nothing, no cables, no remote, and still sell it probably for $100. I don't know what the woofer's selling for by itself. Complete, you're looking at probably about $275 plus shipping. This may be something I just part out and can make more money. Either way, in the end, I fully expect to make $150 profit on this. You really can't go wrong with bows. But there it is, everybody. That's the haul for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you got some ideas on what to look for at thrift stores. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, flipping_junk. And this has been Wick. Till next time.